I was online, so I'm reading articles, at least news work also. And then I saw say, yes, the Ghana government about be raising the daily minimum wage of the normal, public worker. So I say government increases daily minimum wage to 14.88 cedis. That is how are people living in Ghana? Hey, let me get this straight. And I be a pen because if you do the math, it doesn't make sense. Because the government is how can you live on 15 cedis a day? Now initially I thought so okay 14.88 cedis per hour. Then I saw daily minimum wage, which means that the whole day, the money, the minimum amount that your employee can pay you, is 14.88 cedis. How? And this grant hasn't even taken effect yet. It may take effect from next year, from 1st January. Who read the article? It comes with it by Paul Ghana. I will say the minister, is the minister of employment and labor relations. But where we are, I was announced that the daily minimum wage will rise to if something, I was more increasing by 10%, and then 14.88, So if that's not again, and I say, 14.88, we multiply it by 30 days in a week. That doesn't even give you 450 cedis. That is a 440. Already article was the minister said at a press conference in Accra on Wednesday, November 16th, that the National Tripartite Committee, where the tripartite committee concluded the negotiations, and we think this is the best time to communicate to Ghanaians on the outcome of the negotiations. So the best time I'll bet you the committee, he said, took into account the current economic challenges, cost of living, sustainability of businesses, and desirability of attaining higher levels of employment. The committee concluded on the need to increase the national daily minimum wage by 10% over the 2022 national daily minimum wage, which translates into new national daily minimum wage of 14.88 cedis pesos, and a cost of living allowance of 15% over the 2023 national daily minimum wage. Which means scale increase. I think before now is what 13 point something. So say increase that 13 point something by 10%. So that 10% and a bit from last year's figure or this year to next year's figure, which is 14.88. And then on top of that, they will give you 15% of cola. That is cost of living allowances, which means again and more aside will pay because economy break it down buying boy in a way, and that one is 15%. So if say you are being paid by the daily minimum wage, that's all we're giving that 15% cola and crowd account. That still is around 517 cedis, yeah, not even up to 520 cedis. How can you, for example, if you're living in Accra, you see, then it tells me that there is no point in going to school. Better find a job and start doing now, because at the end of the day, how can you be paid 400 cedis a month? I really hope that this pay, any Ghana government workers pay. But I almost certain will be below that figure. And even that value, you're very mid. Hey, now better, Bobra. Like seriously, how can you, I don't see any scenario where I can, be okay with 15 cedis a day. 15 cedis, that is $1. The whole day I'll be quite money amount $1. How can you live? $1. Oh, that be and yet, which means the whole 30 days now you get $30. And based on the current exchange rate, I'm being generous. $1 a day. Nah. Okay, cool. All establishments, institutions, organizations whose daily minimum wage are below the new rate should adjust accordingly effective 1st January 2023. Because at this rate, so yeah, Jumanas the minimum wage. How can you live if there's a minimum wage? People make us say, baby, I'll go to and then I'll be breakfast, lunch, dinner. Now you imagine 15 cedis a day, the crowd is a home here, so be thinking of 3 meals a day, so thinking of an open suo, we are lifting, maybe you may what the indomie. Now they are sustaining because Indomie ne kura ya about 7 cedis. You can't do that. Nah, which means it's so petty bread. And also how can you live on 15 cedis a day? Hey, that you. And this is how your maternals in Penny. So imagine the ministers of Ghana and Ghana who train almost 30% of their salary are buying. Now, common minimum wage. Naka, we see what happens. Now I know some more school, they can't collect the minimum wage. But if there's a bit 500 cedis, and that's the reason why I'm telling you that next 2 years, don't vote for MPP. Don't vote for NDC. Definitely don't vote for CPP. We are voting for Kuyadonko. Because if Kuyadonko comes to power, you know, you be free because man, you could be from Obeka Bodiaba, you be your bunches so Otias here, you be way fufu, you know, Bununquine, no idea. Barberry fish, better best by holding, Penny Fona Bequa Hano, best by Quack Rantiaba near the Abonquani, Otias here. Nasa, yes, Abada, because they put out for baby appetition because appetition walk or so. And if appetition, one grass a Korani say, 2 cedis in point. Which means that you might just 15 cedis. No, won't mean Yadumano Mobra. No is all doing in the Musa. So it is better. So be Jumaya right now and then see how you improve what you man. And then start making money. Because right now the best advice I can give you is start thinking of working for yourself. Send a baya obimba meditate scares or gym farmer. If say you Ghana. And you are being paid 15 cedis a day, $1 a day. Where that wobra? Next cement back cry say. Which means all you money the whole week in the crowd you want to me fantasy cement bag back. Well, you know who crowd rent me fanto based on how I draw my sequence of faith. But who are dear be all you're passionate about, who are skill be able to put into a proper use and then master it and then up your game as times progresses. Abusian, that will help you. If you spend your time go to school now, at least get some, SS. We okay. When your SS certificate, what's the AB? We okay. Even junior high certificate, crap. Final fatun chamber, baby. There are so many people like. Omwako universities still now the man find yehi. Otiase. A Birma universities to Ghana chichiriku betofeton. Look at this. Wako even training college here. You're supposed to for national service. Allah why the Magraheb says a 599 was a send less than 600 cedis. Since almost set a figure, I don't think say or more resident figure that. And based on the current Ghana economic woes, we be behind. Nah, but if you are working for yourself and then you know how to do it, that is the way to go. So even if so school mukulana, think of doing something for yourself when you get out. Because if not that, and yet, and MzBel, it's like lady no nima dia your friend PC on TV that. We all know say Afia Schwar, I think say techie. The minister about back there, or see it TV or kwa shesha the for hair transplant, kind of say hairline e kwa chire kakra as a sheldon there. E kwa chire kakra. And and then all that. 2 days ago, MzBel posted pictures of Onwani Trini and we're trying it down. And then you see that MzBel doesn't do anything, just a back on your fear, the shading is there. You can feel it, you can see it, but she's not saying it. It is left to us to say it. So MzBel that post, or the church Afia Schwar. Yeah. MzBel had all the opportunities to post that pictures of someone cutting her head down. She didn't. A few pictures and videos hitting online, so let me bring mine and let's compare. I see Bolanga. I was on the video near Jonathan TV, no long talk. Magraheb experience 2022. Me post one video said this December year we try a baby akwa chilia GNE. This person join here. May leave link to video no YouTube video description as well. In case you want click so now checking it out. Already in the executive rooms now man. It's left with the other room city. If you want to join her, still there is a chance. Next week ya eba besim ya na World Cup started. Ope baby I'll be show World Cup no all the matches now. ni ohia KTV no one say we reach out to numbers na we screen here so no say we pick KTV device ni bi and I even was smart TV kura na omo mfa nhya wo smart TV ni mo ma na aboa mo team dia hwe all the football matches here because we World Cup and not just World Cup but other leagues, you know, so after World Cup, the leagues is resume, including Champions League. New here KTV device, that simple. And finally, we are see baby, I want you here internet connection. Baby, I want to say internet here more Hong Kong, yeah. We bet me use KTV. So what Ghana, USA, Afghanistan. With KTV, no, bet me with TV stations around the world. So with Italy, open so Ghana TV stations like GTV, Metro TV, TV3, ne keka ho abusia with KTV bet me ahwe. Open so CNN, BBC, ABC ne keka ho with KTV bet me ahwe. That simple. This is one you just device no OPB. Now what you see there matches, live matches, and even movies here, blockbuster movies here. You hear KTV, even pay-per-view boxing matches. Ubeti use KTV there. Ndi abuzian so ni KTV get yourself KTV to not miss live events across worldwide. I was in the video, no thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for videos like this every single day. Tell me again, abuzian. Adios.